Howdy folks, I hope you're all doing well today. It's the 5th of June today, tomorrow is the anniversary of D-Day. I am flying to Wagga, VFR, and then I'm going to be doing some practice instrument approaches, an ILS, a VOR, and if I have time, then also an RNAV, just to keep myself current. Currently cruising at 6,500 feet. It's about minus cold outside. Beautiful Canberra day, no clouds, no turbulence, just beautiful. I'm flying the Piper Arrow today. The reason I'm flying VFR is because I'm not too sure about the artificial horizon, so I thought I'd just fly VFR and then just do the instrument approaches with the aid of clear blue skies. So here we go. I'll turn it back on when we're doing an ILS into Wagga. See ya. Okay, we're about 47 miles from Wagga, and what I'm going to do now is brief the approach. I have the approach on my iPad, but because it's an iPad mini, it's a bit small, so I'd like to have the big one. Okay, ILS Yankee runway 23 Wagga, dated 23 May 2019. It's the latest. AWIS is 115.0, which I've already got. The local frequency is 12695. ILS frequency is 111.1, which is in my standby. VOR 115.0, which I've got currently, and also tuned to Wagga. I've got the, this picks up the AWIS.
QNH 1030.
So that's basically identified to Wagga. I've yet to identify the ILS. Okay, at 25 nautical mile MSA is 4,200. So at 25 nautical miles, I'll commence my descent to 4,200, currently at 6.5. And then this is a 10-mile arc. So at 11 miles, I'll commence my turn to the right. I'm doing a anti-clockwise arc, and then basically do the arc and pick up the ILS runway 23 approach. And that's basically it. Decision altitude is 1,030 on here, but I've got the correct QNH, so you take 50 off that. So it's 980. I'm going to say it's 1,000. Visibility 1.5 with actual QNH. And we've got a, basically the final approach fix 3010, which is 7.6 DME, or because it's a Yankee approach, we're allowed to use the GNSS for distance, which I have here basically tuned in. Sorry, I've got the Wagga VOR as the point for my GNSS, so they'll give me distance from that VOR. So that's all good, and if I miss the approach, if I can't, not visual by 1,000 feet, it's basically climb to 4,700 and track 230. That's it. Any questions? Didn't think so. Bye. Okay, we are passing 4,800 for 4,200. We've got 17 miles till the Wagga VOR. And I'm on the 080 radial inbound. So everything's looking good. I've identified the ILS already. So that's all good. I got it way out about 25 miles, which was just shmick. Don't have to worry about that. One less thing to worry about as time compression comes in. 4,200 is on our altitude selector. We've got 300 to go. And we're at 16 miles, so looking pretty good. See the bearing to the station is 260. Okay, first, now with an arc, we basically go 90 degrees and then just bring it back 10 degrees every 10 degrees every 10 degrees difference in VOR. So what I'm going to do, my initial heading is 340, and that should keep me at 10 miles arc, and then after 10 degrees I'll bring it further left onto 330. Oh dear. Blew through the 4,200 by about 80 feet, so that's not good. Miles to run. At 11.4 I'll commence my descent and my turn on 2340. I'll put in Wagga's frequency as well. Okay, down we go and on to 340. I should be around 10 miles and maintain 10 miles, so we'll see how that goes.
X3 Delta Sierra, Victor Sierra Delta, what's your position and altitude?
X-ray Delta Sierra, currently 25 miles to the
We're coming up to the 250 inbound.
Crossing airwork.
X3 Delta
There we go, so bring it around again to
we'll be conducting airworks
240 and bring it left 10 degrees.
What's the bearing and distance have you?
And when we pass 240, I'll bring it onto the ILS.
X3 Delta Sierra, our bearing is 005. We'll be conducting airworks from 4,500 to 1,500 feet.
There's 3,000 coming up,
From Wagga.
and we're passing the 240 inbound.
X-ray Delta Sierra will be conducting airwork overhead Harefield.
Righto. 10 degrees, and we'll bring on to
X-ray Delta Sierra.
oops,
Traffic 70 X3 Echo Lima has departed overhead field to amended 2,500 and tracking for Holbrook, Wagga.
the localizer becomes active, I'll turn in.
This is Sierra Delta, X-ray Delta Sierra. Sorry about that. Students unfamiliar with airfield is trying to get a bearing from Wagga.
He should know that Harefield's south of Junie.
Okay, the localizer's coming in.
X-ray Delta Sierra.
Down. And 3 greens. I have a glide slope flag. Now why is that? Wagga traffic, Delta Whiskey Whiskey, Piper Arrow is on a 10-mile final runway 23, and for a missed approach I will not be landing, repeat, not be landing. Oh well, change into a VOR approach. We're looking at 7.6, which is 7.6 miles at 3,010 feet, and then we'll go down. First stage of flap. Why have I got a glide slope flag? It did this to me before at Wagga, I don't know what's going on. Okay, at 5 miles I should be at 2180 feet. Okay, brakes off, undercarriage down, mixture, masters, mags, fuel pump is on, heads and harnesses secure. Landing lights on. Finals checks to come. Well, I'm on the localizer, but there's no glide slope. We've got a glide slope flag there, which is quite annoying.
Wagga traffic Cessna 172 with Sierra Delta 10 miles north of Wagga will be conducting airworks. Bearing is 006 degrees, 4,500 feet, 2,500 feet, but in the next 15 to 20 minutes, Wagga.
And Wagga traffic, Papa Arrow Delta Whiskey, Whiskey's on a 5 mile final for a missed approach runway 23, will not be landing. I say that because if you don't, they'll charge you landing fees and they're exorbitant at Wagga. Okay, we're about right on the localizer approach. Now the localizer is 1470, so it's 1420 is the MDA. Which we're coming up to fairly shortly. I'm right on the localizer, but no glide slope. I'll do a VOR approach after this. Coming up to the MDA 14. Okay, there it is, and looking ahead, oh, still in cloud, can't see a thing, so I'm going around. Delta Whiskey Whiskey, runway 23 going around. Looking for 230 and climbing to 4,700 feet. Okay, we're tracking 230 and looking for 4,700 feet. Well, that was a ILS turned into a localizer approach, runway 23 at Wagga. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, folks, we're coming into Canberra, and because I had a bad glide slope in Wagga, I've asked Canberra Approach if they give me an ILS on the runway 35, which they have very kindly agreed to. So now I'm getting vectors to the localizer runway 35 approach. I'll turn it on as we're approaching the localizer. I'm still a VFR flight and it's a ILS visual. So I just want to, I'm not changing to IFR, but they said they could do an IFR visual for me. So I just want to make sure everything's okay with the glide slope and it's not the aeroplane. Down. Okay, I'll keep this going as long as the battery will last. I'm currently receiving vectors to the localizer, and hopefully you'll hear all what's happening and see the approach.
Delta Whiskey Whiskey, turn left heading 090, descend to 6000 visual.
Left onto 090, descend to 6000 visual, Delta Whiskey Whiskey. A wee bit bumpy. I currently got 161 knots over the ground, indicating 138. Identified.
Whiskey Whiskey Vision 2 miles to the left of the localizer, turn left heading 010 to intercept.
Left 010 to intercept, Delta Whiskey Whiskey.
Mike Juliet Tango is airborne, 3,700 on climb, 5,500.
Mike Juliet Tango, Canberra approach identified. Delta Whiskey Whiskey, descend to 5,400 and cleared visual approach by the localizer, report established.
Down to 5,400 and cleared the localizer, and we'll report when established, Delta Whiskey Whiskey.
Delta Whiskey Whiskey, experience a visual approach by the localizer.
Apologies, visual approach via the localizer and established on the localizer now, Delta Whiskey Whiskey.
Delta Whiskey Whiskey, thanks, just under 1-4 to run.
Delta Whiskey Whiskey. Okay, I've got
departure Charlie with the Yankee on flight to 6,500, passing 4,200.
I've got a glide slope flag on this as well.
Approach identified.
That's the aircraft. That is annoying. I don't know what it is about this, but other guys don't have a problem with it. But every time I fly it, I've got a glide slope problem. Well, I fly the localizer and I'm visual on the runway anyway, so. Gears coming down. Okay, down 3 greens. Brakes off, undercarriage down 3 greens. Mixture rich, masters on, mags both. Fuel pump is on, landing lights on, and hatches and harness are secured. And finals checks to come.
Delta Whiskey Whiskey, if you wanted to check your glide slope, you're just about to pass Mombi with the gradient altitude there would be 4,760.
Copy, thanks. I've got a glide slope flag, so it's the aircraft that's the problem. I've got a visual approach happening, but yeah, no glide slope. Thanks anyway.
Delta Whiskey Whiskey, roger, and stand by. Delta Whiskey Whiskey, contact tower 118.7.
118.7, and thanks for your help, Delta Whiskey Whiskey. Canberra Tower, good afternoon. Delta Whiskey Whiskey, visual approach runway 35.
Delta Whiskey Whiskey, Canberra Tower. Lima India Foxtrot, remain on this frequency, 1 airborne, runway 30, cleared for takeoff, make a right turn.
I may as well keep on the localizer there. Good practice.
Airborne, runway 30, clear for takeoff, make right turn.
It's 348. That's exactly what I'm tracking is 348. Yeah, it's darn annoying. I'd really like to do ILS approaches, but I can't. See that little flag there? The localizer is still good, but the glide slope is not. Okay, coming up for a final check soon. Second stage of flap. Keep an eye on that, on that localizer.
Contact approach, India Foxtrot.
Delta Whiskey Whiskey, runway 35, cleared to land.
Clear to land runway 35, Delta Whiskey Whiskey.
Canberra approach, Lima India Foxtrot, faster to Alpha 1, passing 3000, climbing 4000.
Lima India Foxtrot, still on Canberra Tower.
Apologies.
Oh no, there's the glide slope. Let's try and capture it.
Canberra delivery, India Juliet Delta, VFR Cherokee for Camden, at J parking, received information echo, request clearance.
India Juliet Delta Canberra ground, ticket A clear to Camden via Goulburn, climb to 7,500, squawk 0470, departure frequency 124.5.
Cleared Camden via Goulburn,
Full flap,
7,500,
pitch,
will squawk 0470,
undercarriage, flaps, and we have a clear to land.
Thank you, India Juliet Delta.
And that's that ILS approach now with the glide slope is to my liking. That's what you should see, the needle's right in the centre.
Canberra ground, car 13 and company, cross from taxiway Alpha 1.
There's decision altitude.
2-minute recall.
We're looking good, so we're going to land.
Car 13, hold short runway 35.
13 and
I'm going to go below glide slope now because I want to land and stop before the intersection. And crosswind from the left. A shocker. Might edit that one out. And do you want me to taxi via 30 or exit here?
Negative, vacate via the taxiway, thanks.
I copy vacating now, thank you.
Car 13 and company, enter runway 35, hold short, runway 30, 2-minute recall.
runway 30 and 2-minute recall, car 13 and company.
Canberra ground, Delta Whiskey Whiskey, offer taxiway Charlie request, taxi to the GA.
Delta Whiskey Whiskey, taxi via Charlie to the GA.
Taxi via Charlie to GA, Delta Whiskey Whiskey. Might edit that landing out.